Good morning. I'm just going to chime in for a minute and speak about training real quick because I have to catch my shuttle. I'm currently in Winnipeg, Canada, and I'll be working from this morning. I won't get back to Chicago till after 8 p.m. So I have a few minutes to touch base on this subject about training because someone I know got sent home from training recently because of two things. She appeared to be asleep, and someone ratted on her about a tattoo that she was covering with makeup, and it was someone in her room. So a couple things real quick. The common mistakes that people make in training is, it never fails, not being in compliance, meaning you don't have all your required documents with you every day for training. It's so routine. Every day for training, you come dressed in compliance with your black shoes or your navy shoes or your closed-toe shoes, everything in that packet. You don't have to go out and buy no flight attendant shoes or whatever, because you're going to be standing, you're going to be sitting, you're going to be doing drills. So hell, I wish somebody would have told me that shit. You could actually go to Payless or Ross or somewhere and get you some comfortable shoes that you can wear every day with everything from a skirt to some jeans, and just pack you that one pair of shoes. Then you have your tennis shoes, your house shoes, or your flip-flops, something to lounge around and walk around the hotel in and stuff like that. You don't have to go out and buy no $60, $80 shoes right now. You can wait until you get your first training check and then go buy you some comfortable shoes. I have been through six pair of shoes in 5 months that I thought I needed to have, that flight attendants wear from Clark's and wherever. And the first day of my IOE, I wanted to come home and chunk them shoes. I had to actually take a lift to a Payless that was in the area. I think I was in Edmonton, Canada or something like that, because I needed to get out of them damn shoes because they hurt like hell, especially in the air and you're standing up on your feet and walking through the airport. So you don't need them right now in training. Get you some comfortable shoes, and then take your tennis shoes for those days that you have to be casual to do those slide drills and stuff like that. But make sure you have your watch. Can't be a smart watch in training. Make sure you have your watch. I went to Walmart, bought a $7 watch, a battery. You can go to the dollar store, go to Family Dollar or whatever, I don't know where you live, and get a little I know I have my flashlight. A little flashlight, and they come in packs with different colors. You have your battery. Just take a couple of those. You gotta take your flashlight every day. It can't be a flashlight that you gotta plug in to charge or something like that. It has to be a flashlight that takes a battery. It doesn't have to be this big old long police flashlight. It can be a little bitty miniature flashlight that fits in your purse. You gotta have that every day. Passport, flashlight, watch. They're gonna give you your EFAD. That's your device that you have. Your manuals are like on a phone, like an iPhone, but it's a Microsoft, like Google phone. You have to have that with you, and then you have to have what they call an IOQR. They're gonna give you that too, and that has all your emergency evacuation things in it, protocols that you have to follow. So people got sent home for not being in compliance. They left, and your badge. People got home for that. Simple stuff that you're supposed to have with you every day. So when you get in your hotel room, take everything off that you're supposed to be in compliance with in the same spot. Charge your EFAD, take off your watch, your badge, have all that on top of each other, so when you leave out of your room in the morning, you just put all that on at the same time. All my stuff stays in the same place because you don't want to forget it. Your EFAD has to be charged to 80% every day. So as soon as you come home to the hotel and you're not using it to study or you're finished with it, put it on the charger, because you have to turn it on every morning and show them that it's charged. People got sent home for that. It's little bitty stuff because you're not paying attention and you're not listening or whatever. You're going to need your sleep. Yeah, you're going to want to hang out in the hotel the hotel you stay in is in walking distance from everything. You can walk to the movies. You can walk to a plethora of restaurants. You can there's a Walmart and a Target that's in not walking distance, but like Uber Lyft difference that maybe costs $5 or $6. There's a lot of things to do, so you're going to want to go out, in the city when you have time. But for the most part, you're going to be so tired and you're going to be so stressed. All you want to do is study, because the other thing that people make mistakes on is thinking they can stay up all night to 12 and 1 o'clock in the morning, and then you have those 5 a.m. show times that you got to be up, and you got to be at the training center all freaking day, and you falling asleep. There's plenty of times I was like, because you're tired. So you can stand up and get against the wall. You can pace back and forth, take you some Red Bull, drink you some coffee, whatever it is that you got to do. Because if it appears that you might be asleep, they will send you home just on appearance. And there's going to be always that one person in your class, always, never fails, always one person who all up in your business, always worry about what somebody else doing, and going to be the rat to go and tell on you. And it can be somebody in your own hotel room that you're rooming with. Always have someone who's always, why she got on this? That's not in compliance. Her skirt is too short. Her pants too tight. She don't have on pantyhose. She has a tattoo. She's on her cell phone. Worry about you. If you just worry about you and don't be worried about all them other folks and stuff, then you be okay. But you always got that person, so you have to watch out for that person. So don't fall asleep in class. Take all your compliance things that you need. Be in compliance. You have to have those things every day, every day, every day. I can't stress that enough. You cannot be late when they give you your breaks. They give you your break. Sometimes they start a timer, and you have to, be back in that room before the timer goes off, or you will get sent home. We had 2 girls that almost got sent home because they set their watch and didn't go by the timer. And we were looking for them, and they were nowhere to be found. And they walked in, and the door was closed, and they almost got sent home. So you cannot be late. What else? You have to study. Oh, and the drills that most people have a problem with. The first couple tests are going to be kind of easy. But then it gets harder by the week, and because you have so much information in 31 days. I mean, so much. And I say stay on topic. I'm one of those people. Give me the information that I need. You're going to always have 5 people in your classroom raising their hand. Question. What if this, we're not talking about what if. We're talking about right now. And we need to get through all this information to make this day go faster. Stop with the hypothetical questions and the what ifs and stuff that have nothing to do with what we're learning at that moment. I'm like, ask your questions if you have more questions after we get through this 12-hour PowerPoint presentation that I got to sit here for, and we can't go to break and I have to pee because you got 1,001 questions that has nothing to do with the information that's on hand. So you have that. So it makes you sleepy. But the testing is all on computer, except for the verbal commands and things that you have to memorize. And they don't rush you. You can take your time, doing the questions or whatever on the computer. But learning the differences between the planes, I think most people had the issues with, because for the most part, the planes have the same emergency equipment and lights and all that, galleys and all that in the same place. Some planes have more than one of the emergency equipment, so you have to learn the differences between each jet and where the emergency equipment is. So that's one of the things you need to stay focused on, and you're going to have to be tested on all that information and know how to look for those emergency equipments and what to look for in that equipment that you're looking at. Why are you looking for this, and where is it at, and what's wrong with it, if anything is wrong with it, and all that. What else? Verbal commands. evacuation, drills and things that you're going to have to know verbatim, word for word. You can't deviate from it. And it's kind of stressful because you're like having to memorize all these things, and it can get, very stressful. But those are a lot of things that people get sent home for, is not passing those drills, not passing those, the memorization things, and what else? Some of the tests can be, a little hard. I don't have my binder in front of me right now, but maybe when I get an opportunity, I can kind of look through it and see some of the things that were the hardest. I know for all my tests, I passed all my tests with an 80 and above. And one test I made an exact 80. And then once you fail a test like 79 or under, you have one more opportunity to take it the next morning before class starts. And if you fail it, they send you home. You don't even get to come in the classroom. You just leave. And those memorization drills, you have one time, to do that. And sometimes you're in a group doing it, so it can be very stressful. But that's all I have to say for now. I have to be downstairs in 4 minutes. And good luck, you guys.